Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm going to read on Elon Musk. I want to look at the karma he brought in this lifetime to heal, see how well he's doing with it, and look at his future. And I'm going to do my best to set my bias aside around sending rockets into outer space that where there's no control over where they land later on. I mean, China's doing it too. That's all. That is alarming to me. I went into a little reaction when I heard about it this morning when I watch Rachel Maddow, but I watch her in the morning because I can't handle that much information later at night. So anyway, long story short, when I learned that, of course I knew about the Elon Musk rocket, but I didn't realize that China was doing it as well. If China's doing it, other countries may be getting on board. And I guess there's this percentage of the rockets landing in the ocean because the ocean covers so much of the earth that is supposed to make us feel safer, but I think I went into reaction because I suddenly didn't feel as safe as illusory delusion. The delusion I was in, thinking that, Earth is a safe place to live. But then I had to go, wait a minute, hold on, take a deep breath. The truth is that we're all going to die. We all live on forever. At least this is what I believe. And this is just a temporary little sojourn here on Earth to learn the best we can how to love and to try and heal places where we forgot who we truly are. And so there's that. And this other piece where I truly understand, I've been working enough years to understand that spiritual law says that if we're not warring, or if we're not shooting rockets into space, if we're kind and caring and we don't want other people to be hurt, then we don't have to suffer the consequences of having that in the world, because here we are on planet Earth. It's an equal opportunity planet. Everybody can incarnate and we all have different things to work out. But under the law of affinity, like attracts like, or you could call it the law of attraction, if we don't have those, that same energy stream going out into the universe, then that is like warring, or like just shooting rockets into space and hoping they don't hurt anyone. If we really want love and care and peace on Earth, then that should be what we get back. And that's been my life experience. So I have to say that hands down, I believe that. So not to get alarmed, but still, I want to look at someone like Elon Musk's karma, who has unlimited resources to do whatever he wants, and I want to see how this is gonna go for him over time. So that's it. Okay, thanks you guys. I'm gonna drop the camera down. Thanks for listening to my little rant. Now I'm gonna get started. Okay, so setting aside all the other players in this game of rockets into outer space, and my biases towards it, I'm just going to focus just on Elon Musk. Okay, so don't let my concern about all these other countries in the world going, sending rockets into outer space and space junk and everything else. Let's just focus just on Elon Musk. Okay, so currently in his life, the forces in his life, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. His biggest challenge, we have the Star reversed. Wow, that's an interesting combination. Both major arcanas. The karma he brought in this lifetime to heal. We have a Three of Cups reversed. Hanging over, Death reversed. Okay. how he's doing, healing that karma. The Four of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Swords. Current karma hanging over him at his tender age of 49 years old, of Temperance, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Okay. And then let's just look at his future, like, the karma coming towards the future based on who knows what decisions he'll make. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords reversed, Queen of Cups, and the Devil reversed. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can... Hey. Okay. Let me get these in line real quick. Okay, so having the Wheel of Fortune reversed as the forces going on in his life currently, well, he's kind of stuck, I think. I mean, yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, he's been I mean, he is a genius, and I didn't realize he had Asperger's, but I don't know, you guys. He didn't seem to me. Watching him on Saturday Night Live, I felt like, you know, he's a genius, yes, but it didn't feel to me like he really had himself. Like he's not in his authority. He had weird mannerisms and was just very. I felt like he was just acting. And, you know, I mean, he founded, what was it, some company called I think XCOM or something, and then later on that became PayPal, and then, of course, Tesla Motors, all of that, and the dude's worth, you know, $182 billion at the tender age of 49, I'm sorry. He did have a rough childhood growing up, I read. He was bullied until he was 14 or 15. I think it was 15. And his parents divorced at 10. When he was 10, and his father, even though he's a very wealthy man, I guess I don't know if he cut off supply to help the mother, but anyway, she worked 5 jobs to support the kids. So anyway, he's done some great things, you know. I mean, he purchased Solar City, and then he became a leader in the, you know, the renewable energy industry. So that was great. But then later on, he took on an advisory role for Trump, you know. So there's something there. But anyway, currently what's going on in his life with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, he's stuck. There's some kind of setback going on, whether or not he's showing it. There's something going on, and maybe it's just a deep soul issue. And yeah, I mean, he went on Saturday Night Live, so I don't know why. I can't judge that at all. But of course, why would there be this setback in him being stuck when he just appeared on TV? Maybe it has to do with how he's received. Maybe he's feeling exposed. You know, there's that possibility that he feels very vulnerable and exposed after going on Saturday Night Live. But man, 2 major arcanas here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Now with the star reversed hanging over the Wheel of Fortune, that brings us into feeling kind of, I mean, the star can have to do with launching things into outer space, that's for darn sure. But when it comes through reversed, I feel like maybe this is all just personal, because this is a card of feeling rejected when it comes through reversed. And it's in the challenge position, a reversed card in the challenge position, so that doubles the intensity. So I don't know what's going on inside of him personally, but I think he feels, if I go with just the cards, he feels stuck, rejected, maybe depressed, and feeling like he's a little hopeless, and especially when the star card comes to reversed, we're talking, losing your direction. So that's really interesting. The karma that he brought in this lifetime to heal, or the focus, the main focus of the karma, because you can never really just draw two cards to figure it all out. It's with this Three of Cups reversed. I think it's this karma of maybe not having any friends or anything to celebrate about. Maybe overindulgence, drinking, things like that, cheating. It's sometimes the card of feeling sorry for yourself. Goodness. And then with death reversed, again, stuck, feeling stuck. We have three major arcana cards here that has him stuck. The death card, when it comes to reversed, is definitely afraid of change, this fear of change, and just like holding on, and to the point where you're repeating past mistakes. So this that he brought in, whatever he brought in this lifetime to heal, is not his first rodeo in it. It's probably a series of trying to heal whatever it is that he's really deeply afraid of. Yeah, man. I have a lot more compassion for him, but now I also understand why, that's something I didn't look at, was his astrology chart, because it would be right there. I'll have to see if I can find it. But anyway, I have the feeling that him being so stuck and lost and directionless and hopeless is probably, on the inner levels, is probably the reason why he's so outwardly focused. I mean, what he's accomplished at his young age is incredible. And his education is extremely off the charts. But of course, he had his own genius, in there as well, that allowed him to, study physics at such a young age, and then, to incarnate at the right time to be able to, put himself out there. I just kind of, it's like, man, it reminds me of like the kid in the science lab that you're like, oh God, be careful, you're going to blow up the lab, I get that feeling. So anyway, Four of Discs, so how he's doing healing it with the Four of Discs reversed. Well, he's still a gambler. He's still, I think he's still trying to accept his past, past lifetime karma, and I think he might be really willing to risk and gamble, and even though he's brilliant and has, these genius qualities, there's something on the deeper physical, emotional level that isn't right. And with this, this Four of Pentacles, which has to do with, can very well have to do with a financial loss, in that gambling type of mentality, too willing to take too many risks. Hanging over the Five of Swords, which is everything to do with his own self-interest and walking away from responsibility. And it can definitely, besides arguments, it can definitely be the card of defeat. So I don't think he's doing well at all healing his karma. I think he's too focused in the outer world. I mean, why not take all that genius in them and all that money and try to heal the earth? Why not put it into earth sciences? I mean, you own Solar City, right? I mean, Solar City was the biggest. I mean, they put out so many solar contractors out of business, it wasn't even funny. It's actually really sad. But anyway, that's another story. But if you have the resources, why not try to heal the earth rather than screw the earth over even worse and send rockets into outer space? I mean, I understand sending satellites up to do their job, and I understand Star Wars type of, protection, which I'm all for. But not, when I say Star Wars, I mean just, being able to monitor threats that are coming towards any, country from outer space. But I don't understand wanting to put people on Mars and sell tickets to wealthy people to have a trip to Mars, and he's working towards the moon as well. So, challenging for me to understand, I guess. So current karma that's hanging over him, he is needing to be patient. He's needing to open up to the divine forces of the way life works. He's needing to bridge that gap in between what he wants and what's best for the world and the planet. And I don't know that he's doing it very well, but that's what's hanging over him. He has karma with what he's creating, because he has the ultimate of resources. I mean, he's more wealthy than Jeff Bezos. So, okay. But what else is hanging over him is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And this has to do with this instability. This is a card of financial failure. So if he doesn't get this riskiness under control, I don't know. I mean, he's just, he probably can just keep getting funding, investment in, fund and other funding. And then there's all this, the cryptocurrency that, Dogecoin or whatever. It's hard to imagine. It's extremely hard for me to imagine him failing financially. But we have two cards here that indicate that, and this third card that has him in defeat. But they're kind of, this is more on the soul level. Too much risk, too much need for intensity is what I just heard. That holds his soul substance back from being balanced out, which would be what the Temperance is truly more deeply about. But it's also, I see it as the card of, in spiritual law, the law of mutuality, where when two forces come together, a third one is created. But you have to be careful what you're creating. So can he create something to help heal the earth, clean up the ocean? But no, he's not headed towards that. Although renewables and solar equipment are fantastic, he's definitely going away from oil. I don't know if he was ever involved in oil, but so that's the good part. There's the good part there. But this Ten of Pentacles reversed is like, wow. If it's not financial failure, it's going to be family instability and issues with, and this is hanging over currently. He does have 7 children. I think he's on his 2nd or 3rd marriage, or is he even married anymore? I don't know. I forget. I honestly don't know. But in his future, it looks better, because we have the Knight of Pentacles bringing in that element of hard work and persistence and improvement. You know, things, it's like that, plodding along, taking care of the details. And it's hanging over the 7 of Swords reverse, which tells me that whatever's going on, well, I think people with Asperger's, they can't lie. So this wouldn't be the normal, like, pathological liar card. I think it's more about him getting caught up in something that maybe he doesn't want to be in anymore. I don't know. This is really weird to me. I might have to use the Lenormand to get more information, but sometimes this card can be about starting over. So maybe there is some kind of failure that happens with SpaceX or this mission to Mars and all this other stuff, and he moves in a different direction. Because with this Queen of Cups here, this card is excellent for being, for healing something. So maybe he's going to be moving towards healing something. And then with the Devil reverse, this would be being released from, from being free from any darkness, any dark forces, free from greed, and free from cheating, free from blindness and abuse, abusing the earth especially. It's a card of, release when it comes to reversed. It can sometimes be fatal. There's that possibility. That's interesting. If it's a relationship issue here, this would be him just working hard, but maybe the woman he's with lies, and then maybe it's like this fatal, maybe it's the end of the relationship where he's released from someone like that. Or she wants to be released from him. I do not know. I do not know if he's married again. I'll have to look at that as well as his astrology chart. But let me pause really quickly and look at, I'll use the Lenormand and see what's going on. Okay. So, let's see, we have the dog. Maybe that's Doge, whatever, Dogecoin. Clover, book, scythe. And I decided to just look at his future. Sorry, I didn't tell you that in the beginning, right now. So Scythe, Moon, Crossroads, and Pig, which has to do with prosperity. And then we have Birds, Stork, the dueling card, I forget what it's, I think it's called Duel, yeah. The Garden or Park card, the Woman, the Ring, and the Snake. Yeah. And this deck, in case you're interested, is this one right here, the Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edwards, or Lenormand, I should say. So his future, the theme being with the scythe, well, it's hanging over like this social card that interacting with the public. Sometimes this card is about decisions, but it could also be, the tools that it takes to put rockets into space, things like that. It's like it's the card of, like you reap what you sow. And then here we have literally, the nature and the earth. And it knights over here to the stork, so that's about change, and it has to do with, things that go up in the air and come back down. So here we go with the rockets. This cutting, removal, clearing, knights over here to the ring card, which has to do with commitments and relationships. So I don't think he's looking at this, it doesn't look to me like he's currently married, because we have the snake here and because the ring knight's over here. So maybe in the future, maybe he has a girlfriend, and maybe in the future it's not going to go well. And even money issues are not going to go so well. But anyway, let's look at, so the mirroring technique here with the Lenormand. The dog is all about friends and, helpful, loyal people in your life, protective people. It's also about your instincts. So he's still going to have help with money. Prosperity is not going to be an issue, I don't think. How could it be when you have 182 billion of your net worth? And that's what it was, last I looked. It could be more, much more now. But then again, and just as an overlay of this whole thing, like, we don't have any international laws that protect, from rockets and things coming down from the space. We don't have laws like that in place to, and the United States is guilty, terribly guilty. I mean, we've caused problems in Australia, and all they got was just an apology. I don't know that we made any restitution. But, he's feels to me like he's part of the problem. But when there's no laws and no regulation and you can't be sued, well, there you go. But anyway, because the dog knights over here to this dueling card, this is a battle. And this has to do with the public. This could be that there's a woman in his life that he's going to have a lot of conflict with, and it's going to become very public, and it might be kind of embarrassing for him. And it might kind of cut into his reputation. Like his public honor here, because these cards are on the diagonal. And then there's these secret conflicts that he has going on, and it's going to intensify in the future. And this betrayal of his public image is coming towards in the future as well. So, it's not going to be easy for him. But he does have the helpful friends that he talks to all the time, and they do bring opportunities. But it could be lots and lots of good opportunities for, well, doesn't mean a lot of opportunities, but this could be opportunities for people to help him with research. Because the book card is all about education and study, besides things that are secret. With the scythe card next to the book, the secret would be cleared, revealed, and open to the public, whatever that is. So it might be something that he says that comes out. I don't know. These cards are a little just no big deal. With the scythe knighting over here, I think I spoke to it a little bit before. With the stork, that has me feeling like he's going to have to make decisions to create, or actually, because it comes chronologically this way, some changes that happen that are conflicting with the public are going to cause him to make some decisions as to what he'll commit to or not in the future. Because we can read these, of course, the woman card is here, so this is definitely like a girlfriend. But we can also read it on a different level, with his work situation or his, career situation, to relate that there could be commitments that will be removed, like removing certain commitments from him. Because, the snake here at the end is not easy. This is betrayal. It's a betrayal to his public honor and reputation. So yeah, and then moving forward, and then using the mirroring technique here, we'll have the opportunity to make new. He's going to be at a crossroads of making some type of a decision in order to keep the flow of prosperity going. It could be like a turning point for him. And then, of course, when it has to do with relationship as well. But he'll have the opportunity to make the changes himself. With the stork card here, mirroring the ring, this will be change in commitment to him. And because it's right next to the woman card, and this dueling card, conflict card, is mirroring the woman card, he's already arguing with her. And I think she might be leaving, or whoever she is, it's not going to end well. Yeah, there's already complicated communications going on with them. And I don't know who this is, because I didn't look. I'll have to look later. I don't know if I care. But anyway, the big picture, I'm seeing that he's going to have money issues that are very complicated, and they will relate to a woman, and I don't know why that is. Unless he remarried, I don't know. Maybe it would have to do with the children that he's had with, because I think he's been married at least 2 or 3 times, I think. Let's see, what else? Yeah, it just, it feels like he's a very complicated soul, but I don't know about his level of deeper self-awareness. I'm missing too many cards here that would show somebody who, and with the tarot as well. So I'm missing cards that show someone who has been deeply working on their issues. I'm not seeing anything like that here. I'm just seeing, complications and money complications, toxic committed relationships. Where he needs to be careful because this could be an enemy, turn into an enemy. And it will affect his money because of the pig card here, the prosperity card. So, and it will be public because it nights over here to the moon. So, we will know about it. This kind of goes with, because remember we had the Queen of Cups. So I do feel like it has to do with a personal relationship, and then with the Devil reversed, it's like being released from the relationship with whoever this woman is. So I guess I'll leave it at that. Okay. As always, you guys, thanks so much for hanging in there with me, and you take good care. You're having a wonderful brand new week right here after Mother's Day. Okay, bye.